Jumping. It's an almost universal game mechanic across open world games, and Minecraft is no different. Today, I was curious whether or not I could beat Minecraft without jumping, and if so, how hard could it be? Our rules for this run are simple. The pressing and usage of our jump button is not allowed. This also includes any actions that are caused by pressing and or holding the jump button. Relatively straightforward rule set, but it proved to be as cumbersome as could be. We load into our jumpless world and quickly begin to search for some trees, as you would in any standard Minecraft playthrough, which, if you didn't know, the big steps, as you could call them, to beating Minecraft are as follows. Find a way to the nether, obtain enough blaze rods and ender pearls to successfully reach the end, and finally, kill the ender dragon. Obviously, this is an oversimplification and a lot can happen between these three stages, but generally, these are the big goals you are aiming for during each stage of a playthrough. So I ask you this, how can we progress and maneuver through a Minecraft world without the ability to jump? Remember that without the ability to jump, we cannot climb up blocks and cross over most terrain. Well, all you really need is some patience and a bit of wood. Out of everything we could craft with simply wood, what do you think is the key to our success in this run? Comment down below what you think. If you said a door, why did you say a door? Anyways, one of the correct answers is a boat. The interesting thing about a boat is that while it's designed for aquatic travel, you can still place it down on land and enter the boat. As long as you're within the range of a boat, you can jump in, jump out, pick up the boat, and repeat to get to virtually anywhere you need to go. With this, we now have our primary method of travel, though it is a bit tedious until you get a rhythm for it. My first goal is to find a village or some sort of structure in the hopes of finding iron, since the easiest way to get to the nether is to use a bucket to create a portal. We got a bit lucky with spawning atop a frozen river so we could traverse extra quickly thanks to our boat. However, once the ice ended, we found ourselves stuck with a slightly annoying method of boat traversal. It's at this point that any sane person would likely begin to feel fed up with this run, so now we needed a new solution. Are there any faster methods of traversing the terrain available to us? Of course there is, I foreshadowed it earlier. By using wood, you can craft wooden slabs, blocks that are cheap, abundant, and most importantly, act as stairs to allow you to climb between blocks. With enough slabs, you can easily speed through your world. However, don't discredit the strength of the old reliable boat. Boats are reusable and don't take as many resources as slabs will over the course of your playthrough. I mainly decided to use slabs just for speed or in order to escape from dangerous situations. After a while, we finally managed to stumble across a village, and despite not finding anything to help us get to the nether, we did find a bit of a wild card and something I didn't plan for ahead of time. It's time to meet Donkey. Donkey, like any horse, can be ridden as long as you have a saddle, which I luckily found in a nearby chest. I provided love and food, and Donkey provided the ultimate means of jumpless travel. See, the unique thing about horseback travel is that while on a horse, every block acts as a slab, and you can walk up any one block high terrain as you wish. This effectively eliminates the need for boats and slabs, but in reality, all it truly does for us is make this run much quicker than it otherwise would be. So don't feel too bad if you're trying this run for yourself and never happen across a horse. With our trusty steed, we ventured out further into the wild and eventually stumbled upon a ruined portal with just enough obsidian and lava around to rebuild another portal. Now, Donkey and I could venture into Nether and begin stage 2. Okay, that didn't really work. I don't really know why. Can I not take you in? Maybe if I made a bigger portal? I guess I can't take him in. Okay, well, we're screwed. So apparently, you can't go into the nether on horseback specifically, and this led me to believe in the moment that I could not bring a horse into the nether at all, when in reality pushing Donkey in would have worked all the same. Thus, I stocked up on slabs and food and entered the nether by my lonesome and proceeded to have the worst 2 hours of my life. Not only was finding the fortress a hassle, but I also died 2 times while there and I didn't have enough foresight to prep enough backup materials to get back quickly. Nonetheless, after some careful play, we managed to get more than enough blaze rods to get to the end. I also traded about 2 stacks of gold to get a total of 0 ender pearls, which is pretty lucky. After exiting the nether, I rode Donkey around for a bit and killed an enderman for exactly 1 ender pearl, which when turned into an eye was enough for me to find the stronghold, thus beginning stage 3. Stage 3 absolutely kicked my ass. My patience had begun to wear thin at this point, and while I had found where the stronghold should have been, I ended up digging into a cave system beneath y=0. Which, when I looked up if strongholds could spawn beneath this level, I was given this. I'll leave out the finer details, but by the time I was finally able to enter the end, I was exhausted, both mentally and physically, and I had pretty much run out of most of the resources I had on me, leading me to be well under-equipped for the dragon fight. Nonetheless, my desires to finish this run by whatever means possible outweighed my desires to do it properly, and thus I hopped into the end, and, well, let's just say it did not go very well. I'll keep this part brief, but since I was low on slabs and arrows, I had to be very efficient in how I tackled the crystals, which I was not. It was also important that I maximize the damage I did with the few beds I had, which I didn't. Lastly, I had to make sure I didn't lose my boat or I would be really screwed, which, luckily, I did manage to accomplish. After wasting effectively all my arrows and slabs, I had no way of destroying the end crystals to stop the dragon from healing, and since I had absolutely nothing apart from what was in my inventory, I would be really out of luck if I couldn't find a way to win the game here. But is there really anything at all I could still do to destroy the end crystals in this state? Well, actually, there is. I mentioned at the beginning of the run that any actions involving the jump button were not allowed, and that still stands. But when swimming in Minecraft, there are two variations of the way you can move. The standard way and the swimming way, both of which achieve different results. The standard way is completely irrelevant since we need to press our jump button for that, but the latter can be achieved simply by sprinting in water. When swimming this way, you can effectively go up without having to jump or utilize any sort of blocks. It doesn't always activate, and it's really tricky to get the hang of, but by abusing this quirk in the game, I was able to use my water bucket on the edge of each pillar, slowly but surely make my way to the top, break the crystals one by one, and when the Ender Dragon finally perched for a rest, I killed it and beat Minecraft without jumping. Let's go! Yes! Oh my god, finally. I just want to give a huge thank you to all the viewers who managed to make it to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed making it, and if you want to see more stuff like this, then like down below and let me know how you felt about this kind of shorter style content. I really do enjoy doing these kind of challenge runs, so I definitely want to try to do more in the future, and I have a couple cooked up that I think you might like, so if you're interested in seeing those, be sure to subscribe and you'll see them in your sub box whenever they come out. That's all from me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Good night.